There is a specific kind of disappointment that comes from not trusting yourself. You say you are going to do something, wake up earlier, finish the project, go for the walk, stop scrolling so much, handle the thing you have been avoiding. And when you say it, you mean it. But then the moment arrives, you are tired, distracted, not in the mood. So you delay it just this once. Then once becomes twice. And after enough small broken promises, something quietly changes. You stop believing yourself. You still make plans. You still set goals. But somewhere underneath, part of you already expects that you probably will not follow through. And once that happens, even simple decisions become heavier. You start waiting for motivation before you act. You make more detailed plans. You search for a better system. You tell yourself you need more discipline. But the real problem is not that you need a stronger personality. You need evidence. Because self-trust is not built by convincing yourself that you are disciplined. It is built by collecting proof that your own word means something. So start much smaller than your ambition wants you to. Choose one promise that is almost impossible to misunderstand. Not get healthier, not be more productive. Something you can either do or not do. Walk for 10 minutes after dinner. Work on the document for 15 minutes. Leave your phone outside the bedroom. Clear the kitchen table before bed. Then keep that promise. Not because 10 minutes will transform your life, because every time you follow through, you teach yourself something more important. When I say I will do something, I come back and do it. That is the first shift. Make your promises small enough to survive an ordinary day. Anyone can follow a plan when they feel motivated. Self-trust is built on the days when you do not. Maybe you planned 30 minutes at the gym, but only have energy for 10. Do 10. Maybe you wanted to clean the entire room, but you are exhausted. Clear one surface. Maybe you plan to write for an hour. Write one paragraph. Doing the smaller version is not lowering your standard, because the real standard is not intensity, it is follow-through. A lot of people accidentally train themselves to believe that if they cannot do the full version, there is no point doing anything. So they skip, feel guilty, then promise an even bigger comeback tomorrow. And every dramatic restart makes their own word a little less believable. The second shift is to stop renegotiating every promise when discomfort appears. Decide before the moment comes. If you already decided that you are walking after dinner, do not sit on the couch at 7:30 and ask yourself whether you feel like walking. That decision has already been made. Put your shoes somewhere visible. Keep the route simple. Make the first step obvious. The goal is not to become rigid. It is to remove the tiny decisions that give avoidance somewhere to hide. Because every time you pause and ask, do I really have to do this today? Your mood gets another vote. And your mood should not decide what your word means. Something deeper starts happening when you practice this. You stop seeing these actions as isolated tasks. Every promise kept becomes evidence. Evidence that you can follow through when nobody is watching. Evidence that a bad day does not automatically become a bad week. Evidence that you do not have to feel ready before you move. That is how identity actually changes. Not through one perfect routine, through repeated experiences of becoming believable to yourself. Eventually, you start becoming someone who does not need a dramatic burst of motivation to act. Someone who can have a messy day without disappearing from their own life. Someone who can fall behind and still return tomorrow. And that is what being reliable actually means. It does not mean you never procrastinate, never get tired, never make a bad decision. Reliable people still struggle. The difference is that one difficult moment does not become permission to abandon themselves. They adjust, they return, they keep the relationship with themselves intact. Maybe that is the version of discipline worth building. Not someone who never struggles, someone who knows what happens after the struggle. You come back. You do the next small thing. You keep one more promise. And slowly, the doubt becomes quieter. Not because you finally learned how to convince yourself that you are capable, but because you have collected enough evidence that you no longer need convincing. You know what your word means. You know what happens when things get difficult. And eventually, you know something much more valuable than motivation. You know that you can rely on yourself. That kind of confidence does not arrive all at once. It is built quietly, one kept promise at a time.